Hello, Amira.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm also good. Good to hear your voice. I can't say good to see you again, since I cannot see you, but at least I can hear your voice. How is everything, Amira? How is your summer holiday going, actually? You're on summer holiday, right?
Yeah, it's good. It ends in like a week.
You just stay home or you travel outside and do some sports or visit your friends? How do you spend your time?
Uh, we visited like some relatives, but that was it. Mostly just stayed at home.
Oh, you have relatives there in the same city?
No, in like Scotland. Like some of my dad's
Scotland.
side.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Scotland must be a very green place, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Good. We love traveling, but traveling in Cambodia, it's not so easy, not so safe. I mean, safe means the roads are not so good. That's why we do not travel much. Only we just travel to the beach and that's it. But in
Yeah.
Malaysia, like if I go to Malaysia, we travel a lot. It's safe and good, easy to travel, and nice place. Okay. So I mean, when is your school starting? Next week, right? I mean, next week means September 8th or 7th.
7th.
7, Monday. Okay, so it is
Yeah.
not holiday because in the USA, Monday is Victory Day, I think. So they will start on Tuesday. Good. Amira, let's start with your test. Then we will continue our class. I didn't mark it yet. I just had a look. And I just had a look. Actually, everything looks fine, but only I don't know why you couldn't solve a few questions. Now you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'll just give you feedback and I will mark, and tomorrow maybe I'll send it back. Maybe you may want to have a look. Let's talk about question 2. It says, you say that the question confuses me.
Yeah.
Is it because of why, actually, what we mean by x as an integer or rational number, or?
No, I know what those are. It's just like, does it want me to find the smallest, like how do I work it out with an integer? Like the question just confuses me.
Actually, this kind of question, first, given that the inequality is given, that means that first you have to solve it, right? And after we solve this, we will get, what is it? Some kind of solution. Maybe solution is somewhere here on the number line. And here, assume that here, all the solutions are here. And this solution contains rational numbers, maybe integers, maybe prime numbers, right? So actually here, prime number, x is a prime number, the smallest possible value of x. So first we need to list all the prime solutions of this inequality, and from there we can just pick the smallest value and just integer and rational number. But to answer this question first, you have to solve this inequality, right? Then we can answer these questions. Solving means I have to reduce this into such a form that we have x alone on the left-hand side and number on the right-hand side. So when you do so, here we have 4x. Let me just do this here so that we don't get confused. Question 2. So here we have 4x over 5 minus x is less than or equal to minus 2 and 1 over 4 plus 3 over 10. Right? So if you just multiply, simplify this one, 5x, 4x minus 5x, that's equal to minus x over 5, less than or equal to, if you simplify this, here we have minus 9 over 4 plus 3 over 10, which is equal to, here we have 20, multiplied by 5, minus 45, plus by 2, 6. That's equal to minus 39 over 20. So here we have minus 39 over 20. Now, if you multiply both sides by -5, also we need to change this inequality sign, right? So here we will have x is greater than or equal to 39 over 4. That is actually the solution of this inequality.
Oh,
If
okay.
x is a real number, right? That's any number on the number line. So that means that here we have the solution here. Let's say this one is 39 over 4. And these are the solutions. And we can just draw a line. Okay, so now it says the smallest possible value. And of course, here we have infinitely many prime numbers, right? 39 over 4 is about less than 10, right? Because it is equal to, what is it? 9 point something, 9 point something. So what is the first prime number here? It is 11. Next prime number here, it is 13. Next prime number is 17. It has infinitely many prime solutions here. So among this, the smallest one is 11, right? Because before this we have 7. 7 is a prime number, but it's not in the solution set. So if x is a prime number, the smallest possible value of x when x is a prime number is, what is it? 13. If it is integer, 39 over 4, the first integer greater than this one is 10, right? Before we have 9, and here we have 10, because the solution starts from this point, 39 over 4. So if x is an integer, then the smallest possible value of x is 10. And if x is a rational number, we know that rational number is any number which can be written as the ratio of a to b, where a and b are integers. And of course, b is not equal to 0. So that is integer, right? So that is 39 over 4. The smallest rational solution of this inequality is 39 over 4. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, first step, you need to solve the inequality and you get the solution. And looking at the solution, just answer the questions. This is how we do actually such questions. All right, let's move to another question that's maybe you didn't understand how to do that. And the question was so simple. I mean, expressing the thing in terms of other variables. This one, given that 5L minus 3M plus 3 times M plus 4 is equal to M over L. Express M in terms of L.
I don't know what that bit means.
Really?
Yeah.
For example, here, if I write, let's say M equals 2x plus 5. Here. Here, M is expressed in terms of X. That sentence doesn't make sense, or you use different sentence. Why? Because in math all the time, express M in terms of L means, in other words, we also say that make M the subject of the equation or of the sentence, or here,
Oh, I
of the
didn't.
equation.
Yeah, I didn't. I know what like make it the subject means. I just didn't know why it said in terms of L. Like, yeah.
Actually, they are synonyms, the same thing. They mean the same thing. Making M the subject of the equation or making M, express M in terms of L. That means that here we have M. On the right-hand side, everything is in L. I mean, we have algebraic expression that involves L.
Okay.
Okay, I think you can do this. Here we have, that means that just we need to solve this equation for M, right? Good. And also another one is similar. That's why I think you didn't understand. Express this in terms of T. So here we have something. So here we have x minus, okay, here we have x minus 4. Okay, y minus 2. Can we just write an algebra expression here that involves only t, right? It means this. That means that here we can say that making this t the subject of the formula here, x is given, right? X equals this, and y is given, y equals this. So we have to substitute this expression for x into this fraction, and also 2t plus 5 for y here. And after the simplify this, if you simplify this, we have algebraic fraction or expression only in t, right? So that is what is asked here. Okay, can you do that?
Okay. Um,
Or still not
I'd
clear?
like to see. It's kind of clear, but
Usually in math, we use this expression a lot, express something in terms of something.
oh, I've never come across that before. It's always make this the subject of the formula.
Okay, good. I mean, this 9b, okay, let me just write the first step and at least you remember what it is. And we will continue, move to the next question. So here we have to express this, that thing, you can just denote by anything, capital A. So capital A equals x minus 4 and y minus 2. That means that we need to express this A in terms of t, write everything in t. What is x? X equals 1 plus 2t squared. So here we have 1 plus 2t squared minus 4 over, how about y? Y equals 2t plus 5. 2t plus 5, and here we have minus 2. And if you simplify this, here we have 4t squared minus 4t, and plus 1 minus 3, that is minus 3, over, and here we have 2t plus 3. And I don't know if we can simplify this or not. Now we have already expressed this thing in terms of t. As you see here on the right-hand side, we have algebraic fraction. Everything is in t. So we have expressed the given expression in terms of t.
Oh, okay.
Good. And 9b, all right, a square. Yeah, I think I'll check this tomorrow, but how about question 13? Actually, these two questions were additional questions. Was it too long for you, or you were tired at this question, or you didn't understand at all?
I didn't understand like where I'd start.
Okay,
So I understood the question and what it's asking me. I just don't know where to start.
But could you visualize, I think, what's going on here? Like every time, for example, when I take my kids to the supermarkets or shopping mall, anywhere, and now these days, actually, everywhere we use escalators, right? If you just want to go upstairs or downstairs, or whatever it is. So when you just step on the first stair, right? And actually, of course, it's moving. For example, my daughter, she doesn't want to stand. She just walks. And my another daughter, maybe she walks a bit faster. That means that if you walk a bit faster, you can reach the end of the escalator a bit earlier, right? And now imagine actually 3 people, let's say me and my son and my daughter. Okay, I just at the same time, we just step in and my son starts walking a bit faster and my daughter a bit slower and I'm not moving at all. Okay, that means that here, I can draw a kind of escalator here. That's a starting point. That is the end point, let's say here. Now here we have 3 people. Let's say A and B and C. And all the people at the same time, let's say they step in and moving down. And this guy a bit walking faster, and this guy a bit slower, and this guy moving, not moving at all, just standing, right? So that means that the escalator is moving and also this guy is walking. He will reach this point the first, right? And the second guy also moving, but a bit slower than C, he will reach here the second. And this guy, actually, he will move the last because he's not moving at all. But now here, Kate likes to walk down moving escalators and she takes 1 step at a time when she walks down at a rate of 2 steps per second. Okay. She reaches the bottom from the top after 18 steps, right? So what does it mean? Here we are talking about A and B and C. Actually, this is Kate, okay. The first condition, the second one, and third one. Here in C, it says that 2 steps per second. So here the speed is, what is it? 2 steps per second, right? And it takes, it says that she reached the bottom from the top after 18 steps, right? 18 steps means, what does it mean? He can actually walk 18 steps in how many seconds? 9 seconds, right? Because in 1 second, she walks for 2 steps. In 9 seconds, actually, she takes, what is it, 18 steps. So here, time equals 9 seconds, right? And how about
Mhm.
for B? Later I will write the equation. Second case, when she's exhausted, she will walk down at a rate of 1 step per second. Okay, here speed is 1 step per second. And she will reach the bottom from the top after 12 steps. 12 steps means the time is 12 seconds, right? And okay, the last part is, and when she will reach the bottom of the, okay, find the time taken for her to reach the bottom from the top if she just stands on the escalator. And the first one, actually, just stand means what is her speed? Speed is 0, right? Because not moving at all. I don't have to write it, just to explain this second. And how about the time? I don't know. Let's say time is, it is capital T, right? So now we can write the distance for each. For the first A, right? What is the distance
Mhm.
formula? Let's say, what is it? Find the time taken for her to reach the bottom from the top. Let's say the distance of the escalator from this point to this point is D, right? So D is covered in the first situation, just speed of the escalator. Let's say that is X, right? And time, how much time? It is capital T, right? This X is the speed of the escalator. How about the second one? Still, this is the same, right? But now escalator is moving and also this guy is moving, right? So that's why actually he's walking a bit faster. So we have to add their speeds, X plus 1 plus, and how much? It is 12 seconds. Here we have 12 seconds. In a third case, distance same, but here the speed of the escalator plus at the same time he's walking on the moving escalator and plus 2. Speed of escalator, speed of the person, speed of the escalator, speed of the person, and it takes how many seconds? 9 seconds, right? This one's 9 seconds. 9 seconds. So the question is here, we need to find, what is it? We need to find this T. If you do not move at all on the escalator, how long does it take to reach the other part, the other end of the escalator? So just we need to solve this. So from these two equations, we can find X, right? So 12X plus 12 is equal to 9X plus 18. So here we have 3X equals 6. What is X? X equals 2. So that means that the speed of the escalator is 2 steps per second. Every second, actually, what is it? That 2 steps of the escalator is moving. So now from here, either substitute in the second one or third one, I can find the distance or the length of the escalator. That's the first step. The second step is, what is D? D equals, if you substitute the last one, X equals 2. So it is 2 plus 2 times 9, which is equal to 36, not meters, everything is steps. So when it right here, it has 36 steps. Now the last one, if you just substitute in the first equation, what is distance? Because we need to find T, capital T equals distance over X. I mean steps, number of steps on the escalator, 36, and X equals 2, so that's equal to 18 seconds. So if you do not move at all on the escalator, it takes 18 seconds to reach the other end of the escalator.
Okay.
Good. This is also not, how to say, I mean, the level of the question is a bit challenging. And this question was given at the end of the chapter in rate, ratio, and speed problems. And actually, that is one of the GCSE topic. Anyway, if it is clear, maybe next time I may ask similar question. You may try if you can solve one similar question yourself, and that means that you understood 100%. After you got some idea, I hope. Let's continue. How about 14, Amira?
Um. I couldn't like. I didn't know what formula to use.
But you understood the problem, right?
Uh. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because even maybe you tried on the paper. I don't know, did you give it a try or you just read it and you give up?
Yeah, I gave it a try. I wrote a few things, but they ended up being wrong, so I just rubbed them off.
Okay. There's also one interesting question. It's about, last time we did one example. It's about, what is it? Word problem, right? So just filling in the container with water. So these questions are really similar. And because when I say rate, okay, rate of what? And the change of distance over time, it gives us speeds. Here, the change of height per time, it gives us the burning rate of this candle. And if you're filling a kind of container with water, every second or every minute, some amount of water is poured into the container. So that gives us the change of the volume of the water per unit of time. It gives us the rate of, what is it, that water or discharging water from the tap or from any kind of pipe, something like this. So here, two candles of the same height are lit at the same time. So here what we have to do in the first step is we need to draw, since we are talking about two candles of the same height. Let me try to draw a nice horizontal line. So that is our first candle. And this is our second candle. Let me just draw something because they may not have the same thickness or. So each candle burns at a constant rate, and the first candle takes 5 hours, while the second candle takes 4 hours to burn completely. So since they have the same height, let's say the height of these candles is capital H. Okay. So now let's say the burning rate of the first candle is R1, and the second one is R2. And let's say the height of the candle is H centimeters. Okay. Now, Amira, my question for you. Now, what is the unit of this R1 and R2? It's a rate, right? This
Yeah.
rate, let's say R1, R2. What is their units? It is, yes,
Centimeters per hour?
centimeter per second, right? Because it says second.
Per second. Oh,
It
yeah,
says
okay.
second. So while there's, no. Sorry. It's a second candle.
Oh.
It takes 5 hours. So you're right. I'm wrong. So centimeter per hour. That means that in each hour, R1 centimeters of the first candle burns. And the second one, R2, right? In 1 hour, R2 centimeters of the second candle burns. That's the rate. That means that since the height is H, right? So what can we write here? That capital H is equal to, for the first one, it takes 5 hours. So here we have 5 times R1, right? Because in each hour, if R1 centimeter burns, right? After R1 hours, after 5 hours, they will burn how much? The height of the burned actually candle will be 8 centimeters. It's like speed and time problem. So this one is rate, this one is time, and this one is here length, the height of the candle. And also for the second one, we can write this similar equation, right? For the second one, it takes 4 hours. So here that is 4 times R2. Now from here, I can express R1 and R2 in terms of H. So R1 equals H over 5. R2 equals H over 4. And we have expressed the rates, the burning rates of these candles in terms of their height. Right, that's equal to centimeter per hour, centimeter per hour. Okay, that is until here. Now the question says find the time in hours taken for the height of the first candle, okay, to be 4 times that of the second candle. Okay, it means that taken for the height of the first candle, in hours taken for the height of the first candle to be 4 times that of the second candle. What does it mean? It means that they are all both burning down, right? And at different rates. And which one is burning faster?
The second one.
The second one, right? So that's why it's asking that find the time in hours taken for the height of the first candle to be 4 times that of the second candle. So that is our first step. Second step, suppose that after T hours, let's say this part will be burned and only this part is left. And this one is burning faster. Let's say only this much is left. And what is the height of this one? I don't know. Let's say it is small h. And what will be this height?
Which part of it, sorry?
This remaining part of the first candle. After T hours, if these two candles are burning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the remaining part of the first candle is, let's say, is h, the height is h centimeters, what will be the height of the remaining part of the first candle?
4h.
4h, right? It is 4h. Yeah. Okay. So another question for you. I mean, if this one is 4h, what will be height of this part? Capital H, right? So height of the candle minus remaining part.
Yeah.
And also for this, that is capital H minus this part is left, H minus H. Good. So again, I will just use this formula, right? That is height equals rate times time. We are just using this thing. So since it's saying that find the time in hours taken for the height of the first candle to be 4 times that of the second candle. After T hours, how much will we actually have burned actually in the first candle? That is H minus 4H, right? So that's equal to the rate of the first candle. That's equal to H over 5. That's the rate of the first candle times time. How much after how many hours? T. For the second one, after T hours, this part, right, will be burned. So that is H minus small h will be equal to the rate of the second candle is H over 4 times T. And from this equation, we need to find T. Okay, how can I find this? I think you can solve this. How can I find this? Either first, I need to find capital H or small h and substitute there. We can evaluate and find this, right? So from here, the first step is if you just divide side by side, for example, we can cancel out this T. So we will have H minus 4H over H minus H. That's equal to TT cancels each other. What we will have here? Here also H cancels each other. We will have 4 over 5. Is that correct?
Yeah.
TT, right? Cancel each other. H cancels each other. 1 over 5 over 1 over 4. So 4 goes up. It is 4 over 5. So from here, if you cross multiply, 5H minus 20 lowercase h equals 4 capital H minus 4 lowercase h. From here, take to this side, that is capital H equals, take negative 20h to the right-hand side, that is 16h. Good. So now we have actually found this, the relationship between capital H and small h. So now if you just substitute in the first or second equation, we can find the time t and the, so if you substitute here, what is capital H? 16h. If you substitute here, 16h minus 4h is equal to 1 over 5 times, what is capital H? 16h. 16h times t. So 16 minus 4, it is 12h equals 16 over 5 times h times t. Now from here, this h also they cancel each other, right? What is t? T is equal to 12 times 5 over 16. 5 goes here and divided by 16, which is equal to by 4. Here we have 3. 3 times 5 is 15. By 4, here we have 4, which is equal to 3 and 3 over 4. So the question was, find the time in hours taken for the height of the first candle to be 4 times that of the second candle. So dot, dot, dot. The answer is 3 hours and 45 minutes. So after 3 hours and 45 minutes, the height of the first candle will be 4 times the second candle.
Okay.
Yes, Amir, actually, if you ask Mr. Qasim, am I going to solve this kind of question in the exam? Yeah, if you only think about the exam, of course, we don't know. In IGCSE or A level, sometimes they may ask 1 or 2 difficult questions. They're not difficult, a bit challenging questions. Sometimes all questions may be easy. It depends on how much you are ready for the exam. And how much is useful for you after all, after actually, how to say, seeing this kind of solution. Next time, if you see some kind of problem now, you have 4, 5, 6 different options. You may try the first method. If it doesn't work, the second method. And this improves, I don't know, to some extent your problem solving skill. Anyway, Amira, that much is about your first exam. Others I will mark and send you back. You may have a look at this. It's good to see your mistakes. Okay, and I'm closing this. First, let me save it. Okay. Amira, how about you? About the circle, did you have time to solve some questions or you're busy?
No, I didn't have much time. I've been busy.
So you didn't solve any question?
I looked through some, but no, I didn't really solve any.
Okay. So, let's solve a few questions together. I will do that. Maybe next session, you will show me some questions, okay? And we will see how it goes. Actually, if you just do question without any difficulty, you will keep practicing. And if I see some, how to say, if you're having some difficulty, maybe I'll show you some more examples. And after that, we'll try to finish this chapter today, okay?
Okay.
Okay, just a minute. Let me open that file. Okay. All right. Amir, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Good. Let's do like this. I will solve the questions here and save it also here. And after that, I will send you this file, okay? And you'll try to solve some questions which are not solved here.
Okay.
Let's read the question. Amir, if you just tell me the idea and method how we can solve the question, I will skip. Okay, if it's a bit long, we will solve only those questions so that we will not waste our time. Let's start from the first question. The first one, find the equation of the circle where P is the center and PQ is the radius. So if you just draw this, and after that, when you draw it, we have more idea. This is a circle, and it said P is the center, so that is the center of the circle, and PQ is the radius. So here we have Q, and we are talking about this one. So that is radius. And since we are given the coordinates of P and Q, right, we can find the distance between P and Q that gives us the radius of the circle, right? And after
Mhm.
that, we can just substitute into the equation. Here we have x minus x sub 0. That's x coordinate of the center, x minus 2, plus y minus 7 squared is equal to r squared. That's it, right?
Yeah.
How about question 2? Can you read question 2?
Find the equation of the circle with center 0, 2, and radius 4. Hence, find the coordinates of the point where the circle cuts the x and y axis.
Okay. So the first part is similar to the first question because center
Yeah.
is given, right? Radius is given. So immediately the first step, I can just write this equation, x minus 0 squared plus y minus 2 squared, and radius is 4 squared. So if you simplify this, x squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 16. That is the equation of the circle, first part. And hence, find the coordinates of the points where the circle cuts the x and y axis. And not only circle, any graph of a function or equation. Actually, the intersection part, actually with x-axis and y-axis, as you know, we call them x-intercept and y-intercept, right? And to find x-intercept, y should be equal to 0. Because when you just draw the graph, something like this, let's see here, when y equals 0, actually we find the values of this point and this point, which are y-intercepts. If y is equal to 0, we will get x-intercepts, where actually the graph is crossing the x-axis. So if y equals 0, if you substitute into the equation, here we have x squared, and here we have 0 plus 0 minus 2 squared, which is equal to 16. So from here, x equals, here we have 4, 16 minus 4 is 12. It is plus minus 2 times square root of 3. So that means that, let's say the circle crosses or intersects the x-axis at A and B. Coordinates of A will be minus 2 square root of 3, 0. And B will be 2 square root of 3 and 0. In similar way, to find the y-intercepts, x must be equal to 0. So if x equals 0, from here 0 squared plus y minus 2 squared, that's equal to 16. Or y minus 2 squared equals 4 squared. Quadratic equation. That means y minus 2 equals plus minus 4. So y equals, if it is plus 4 plus 2, it is 6. And y equals, if it is minus 4 plus 2, that's equal to minus 2. So let's say it crosses at P and Q. Coordinates of P will be 0, 6. And coordinates of Q will be 0, negative 2. So let me just, at least just to visualize this circle. It is minus 2. Okay, here we have minus 2 square root of 3 and 2 square root of 3, symmetric, and 0, 6. What is it? It's somewhere here, and negative 2 is somewhere here. Maybe it will be something like this. And it draw this upper one. This one is 6, and this one is negative 2. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like that, let's continue. I'm going to have some rest, okay? We will practice like this. I will solve maybe 3-4 questions, and after that, I will ask you to solve some questions. And this way, we will finish today's class, okay? I will meet you after 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.